When you make an offer on a property, you have the opportunity to put a response time in the offer. I know in the state of Maine, we put it right into our offer. Our purchase and sale paperwork has a response time in it, and New Hampshire, we usually see it on there. So I'm going to talk to you about a incident that happened recently and how it could have possibly been avoided, possibly. We can never predict what's going to happen, but whatever. It was a property that had been on the market. The deal fell apart a few times. We had a bunch of showings on it, and I got an offer, and it was a great offer. It was what the sellers, after discussing with them, considered an acceptable offer. And it was at night. I was actually at dance class, and I was reviewing it on my phone and driving home from dance class. I called the other agent who happens to be in my company, and I said, listen, talked to the sellers already. They find it acceptable. I need to review it on my computer just so I can see the nuances of it. I don't like to make decisions and give advice from looking at my phone. So I'm going to do that in the morning because it's like, whatever, 8:30 at night, and I want to make sure that I'm fresh and I don't miss something. These are, the things that we do to make sure we give good advice to people when we're messing around with thousands of dollars of their money. So I drove home. The next morning, I got a text from another agent saying, I have an offer coming. And I was like, okay, well, I already, have an offer in hand that's an acceptable offer. Can you get it to me quickly? They did. I talked to my sellers. We went back to both sets of buyers and asked for their highest and best. The first buyer was not able to or did not want to do anything about their offer. And the second buyer, I want to say they didn't, but we wound up putting a deal together with the second buyer. And the first buyer was upset, and rightfully so. I would be upset too, because it was an acceptable offer. We had a verbal, this offer is acceptable, but there was nothing signed. And until something is signed, it's just not an offer. Sorry, it's just not a deal, no matter what anybody says. And that consumer was pretty upset and thought that there was some unethical behavior behind it and whatnot. And there was an unethical behavior. As a fiduciary, our job is to put our client's best interests in front of our own. So when we get offers, they must be presented. We can't just hide an offer because somebody said they would sign something. But the moral of the story here is there is a way to theoretically help that along and maybe help that not happen as much, and that's to put a very short response time in with your offers. So if you make an offer on something at 5 o'clock at night, you could put a 9 a.m. response time. And had there been a very, very short response time, we probably would have gotten it signed. I would have just, or I may have asked for an extension, to be honest with you. But that's that. It's something to think about as we get into a market. The spring market's coming. We have a lot of buyers out there. We have very little inventory. It's going to be very competitive again. And that's one way that you can kind of pressure a seller into signing something or making an offer quickly. And granted, a response could be a counter offer. So it doesn't mean they're going to sign it. They could just counter you and still be, dealing with other offers. But moral of the story is short response time may have prevented that. Maybe not. I can't tell you what my clients would have done. But a little story right from the trenches. If you've got questions about buying or selling, if you're interested in getting your house ready for the spring market, I would be happy to help. You have a lot of choices out there, and if you think we would be a good fit, I would love to interview for the position. Have a great day.